I didn't recognize somebody before I start. I know he doesn't like to bring attention to himself very often. He's a timid, shy person that kind of steers away from the limelight. I just would like to recognize Cliff Harris as I know you're blushing. I know you're blushing now. I mean, well overdue. I mean, this guy was all over the field, and the quarterbacks used to say, "That's 43, you better look out for that guy." Okay. On January the 28th, 1960, Clint Murchison was awarded the NFL expansion team, the 13th team in the NFL. The Dallas Cowboys were forming, and during that time, when I was drafted in 1970, 10 years later, the Cowboys were making innovative personnel decisions. They took chances on players that never even put on a football uniform before. I joined a team that had an Olympic gold medal sprinter, Bullet Bob Hayes, a professional soccer player from Austria that didn't even speak English, our kicker, Tony Frisch, a Kiki touchdown, a professional rodeo cowboy, Walt Garrison, a track star from the University of Oregon, Mel Renfro, a 6'9" Golden Gloves boxer, Ed Too Tall Jones, a two-time All-American basketball player, Cornell Green, who'd been drafted by the NBA. He didn't even know how to put on uniforms. He put on his hip pads backwards because he didn't understand where the pads were supposed to go. There's the pads in the front and the pads in the back. He was said, I know one area I'm going to protect, so he had the pad in the front. So there were a lot of problems that came up when you were taking players outside of the realm of the college game. Gil Brandt called me. I grew up in South Carolina. I grew up in South Carolina and played quarterback and wide receiver through my junior high and high school years and college. And then at the end of my college degree, Gil Brandt calls me the day of the draft and asked me if I could run backwards. I stammered around a little bit and I said, yeah, well, I guess I think so. And he says, you're being drafted in the third round as a defensive back. I'd never even made a tackle before. It was a bit of a reach. I was moving to Texas to play for the very serious and stoic head coach, genius Tom Landry. Walt Garrison once was asked, did he ever see Coach Landry smile? To which Walt replied, no, I can't say as I ever did, but then again, I only played for him for 9 years. I was making a paradigm shift from the style of coaching from Clemson's coach, the colorful legend Frank Howard, and his infamous style of blocking, which he called cheer blocking. You block cheer, and you block cheer. And those of us that remember Frank Howard, that's exactly the way he did it. It was a little different from Tom Landry's flex defensive system, a bit more complicated. It was so complicated that Tom Landry would draw on his chalkboard, he would draw feet, little footprints on the board. And I've never seen a coach do this before, to show the players how he wanted them to step on a defense, with all these guys trying to block you and everything. Quite a bit of difference from cheer blocking. My first 5 years in the league, I played 2 years at free safety, backing up Cliff Harris, and played 3 years at the cornerback position, playing opposite of the best corner in the NFL, Hall of Famer Mel Renfro. Now, if you're the quarterback, where do you think you might throw the ball? I got lots of action, and I racked it up as experience. When Cornell Green finally retired, I started at the strong safety position, which was my natural position where I had the most success. My experience playing free safety and corner made it real easy for me to run the defense. And at the strong safety position, he plays a big role in coordinating. I mean, it was such Coach Landry's system is so complicated. And I can honestly say, after I retired after 12 years, I'd seen it all. What a ride. I mean, it was really a fun ride for me. We played in 27 playoff games and 5 Super Bowls. You know, I married a Texan, so I was fortunate not to get traded during my 12 years in the NFL, because if I had been traded outside of the state, I'd been traveling alone. As Walt Garrison said, those Texas women, they don't haul well. Especially mine. Playing in the NFL for the Dallas Cowboys was a dream come true for me. I enjoyed every minute of it. I have so many people to thank, because you never achieve success on your own. There's always so many people to help you along the way. And I am grateful to my parents, my brothers. Mark was one of my brothers who's here tonight. My wife, Rosie. My sons, Ben and Cliff, and Cody, who we lost way too soon. My teammates, especially my lifelong buddy, Cliff Harris. You know I'm just joking, Cliff, right? And also, especially our coaches, Coach Tom Landry. We had a special coach in Coach Tom Landry. He was just a genius. And also the great Gene Stallings. And lastly, I'd like to thank the loyal Dallas Cowboy fans who stand by us through our victories and suffered through our defeats. The Dallas Cowboys were great when I played, as I've mentioned. We got to play in a lot of Super Bowls, and they were still, and they're going to be great today. We're hoping that they're going to be coming back pretty soon. It's hard to get to the playoffs. It's hard to get to a Super Bowl, and it's even harder to win them. Right, Marcus? But you got to believe, right, Brad? You got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in your teammates around you. You couple that with a serious, never-ending work ethic, and good things can and will happen. I feel honored and blessed to be here tonight with such an accomplished group of athletes. So thank you for this honor. I'm grateful for having the opportunity to play this game that I've always loved here in Texas. And I'd like to finish with, God bless the great state of Texas.